down Drury Lane.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. And oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, it was another weekend morning back in the kitchen on Drury Lane. And oh, it was time to make the muffins. Usually fast asleep am I from making muffins all night long. But this morning, I'm excited to tell you about a mission project that other kids are involved with to bring joy and love to Guatemala. Have you ever heard of a country called Guatemala? In July, youth from the Unitarian Universalist Society of Schenectady will travel to Guatemala City, where they'll spend time working with the youth through an organization called Safe Passage. Their congregation has been working with Safe Passage for over 12 years. And the group from Schenectady will go to help girls experience something special and unforgettable. They're going to make sure that they can have a party to celebrate their self-esteem, education, and healthiness. Now come along. Let's learn more about their efforts to bring joy to the youth of Guatemala.
Passage is really targeting a problem, a very deep social problem we have in Guatemala City. Guatemala is a country of big contrast. It's a place both of natural beauty and widespread poverty. In the last 20 years, many have moved from the countryside to Guatemala City in search of a better life.
So many people ended up around the city dump because it was a place where someone could earn a living honestly, and they could use their skills as agriculturalists to literally harvest from the garbage.
The community contends daily with extreme poverty, substance abuse, gang violence, discrimination, and pollution. It's like somebody forgot they existed, like they're invisible. We cannot talk about security and having more police officers in the street. We need to go to the root.
That really the key is education. That if we want to see progress in democracy, in economic growth, in health, that education is the key.
In this community, hundreds of people have found a place of safety, nourishment, education, and hope.
Abren la puerta, los niños entran corriendo, es como la luz del día.
It's pure love around them. They will give you a hug, a kiss, and tell you how much they love you and how safe they feel within the perimeters of Camino Seguro.
Safe Passage was begun in 1999 by a young American woman, Hanley Denning. She decided to stay in Guatemala because she knew that these children deserve a better life.
She tried to solve a problem that either people didn't care to solve or solutions had been elusive, but then she inspired a lot of people.
Hanley changed my life because she was so courageous, so honest, so loving, so giving, so generous. She cared.
Hanley, una persona luchadora con visión para el desarrollo para las personas que más lo necesitan.
All children deserve a good education, deserve love, deserve respect.
I want to give them love. build their self-esteem and their confidence so that they can become strong, independent young adults.
Education cannot be just tied into what you have learned or actual material that you have learned. It's so much more wide-based. They need to learn how to get along with their friends, and they need to learn how to express themselves. They need to learn about music, about art, about sports, about how to act around other people.
Dancing for me takes me to a whole other world. Violence doesn't exist, abuse doesn't exist, negativity doesn't exist. Breakdance gives the kids an opportunity to get off the street, do something positive, work together, builds their self-confidence, self-esteem.
El éxito de mis hijos me motivó a unirme a alfabetización. Ya puedo poner mi nombre y me motivó porque ellos van creciendo y si yo no sé nada no les puedo enseñar a ellos. Es una gran bendición.
We're very, very proud to have a few graduates from Safe Passage now working. When I asked a few, now that you're earning 3 times the minimum wage and you're being successful, what are your plans? The first thing they answer is, I want to invest this money back with my family.
Mi nombre es Daniel González, me gradué en el año 2007. Actualmente trabajo en una compañía de call center que se dedica a soporte técnico de líneas fijas e internet. Estoy estudiando ingeniería en sistemas ahora y él es mi hijo Eitan y tiene 2 años y es muy guapo.
I love the volunteers. I love them. They get in touch and become close to them. Those kids are gonna remember the volunteers for the rest of their lives.
There was something about being exposed to these kids who were so vulnerable, yet they were some of the happiest kids I'd ever seen in my life. When you're there, you can be yourself, you can open your heart to other people. I would absolutely say it's a two-way street. We think we're accepting them, they're sharing their lives with us.
We dream of building a school with enough space to offer a full day of school to all students immersed in an expeditionary teaching methodology.
An expedition really is a journey. Students are oftentimes researching a real-life problem. They are expected to write about that project or learning. They are expected to create a project that they can share at a culminating event. So it's real work, and students know it's real work, and that's what makes it all the more important.
The world is not, you don't look outside and see, oh, there's the math part of the world and there's the English part of the world. If kids can see the connections among disciplines and they can help form the connections among disciplines, then they become more connected to the work itself. Expeditionary learning is about enabling kids to be the person they want to be and the citizen we need them to be.
Safe Passage doesn't only reach the children and the young people, reaches their parents, reaches the whole community, and is giving them a sense that they own their destiny, that if they're given an opportunity, they could have a better life.
It's caught my heart. Now, some of that's Hanley. A lot of it's the kids. A lot of it's the families. I also think that it's because we can't make a difference.
I'm willing to take anybody that is willing to come down and show them the reality that these people face, and then show them what we are doing to change them.
We feel that we have a wonderful vision for a school that's going to be the next step for a community to lead them on a safe passage.
It can resolve into a beautiful educational model that will let the children develop their full potential and become what they really want to be, what they dream they could be.
Hi, I'm Sammy Jill. And I'm Kira. We're members of the Unitarian Universalist Society of Schenectady Youth Group. This July, we'll be traveling to Guatemala City to work with Camino Seguro. In English, that means Safe Passage, a top-rated charity organization started in 1999 by Hanley Denning. Safe Passage has grown from providing services for 46 children to providing services for more than 550 children and 100 parents. They provide educational and social services, and they are a gateway out of poverty. The students that attend Safe Passage couldn't afford the school books or fees needed to go to public school, so Safe Passage provides them with tutoring, a healthy snack, and the resources that they need.
This project is organized by the youth and members of the Unitarian Universalist Society of Schenectady.
For the past 12 years, our congregation has worked with the people of Safe Passage, and we have really developed meaningful relationships with them.
We do social justice in our congregation to raise awareness for other people's needs that most people would otherwise not be aware of.
The big project that we're going to be working on is the Quinceañera. A Quinceañera is a coming-of-age celebration for Safe Passage girls.
Part of what we are funding is a year-long education program, which includes classes about self-esteem, higher education, and positive sexuality.
We raise the money to support Safe Passage, but we pay for our own traveling expenses. I'm excited to go back to Guatemala to see my friend Luis. He's 5.
I'm really excited to be going to Safe Passage because this will be my second time going, and I really want to see the little girl, Amelia, that I met last year in the 1st grade classrooms.
I'm really inspired by the commitment of the volunteers and the staff who work with the kids at Safe Passage. I'm excited to go to Safe Passage because I'm getting the opportunity to learn about cultures outside of my own.
I hope to learn what life is like with the children in Safe Passage. I find it inspiring about all the hard work we need to do to go there and the ultimate reward of going there and learning how these children live. I'm excited to go to Safe Passage because I want to work with other people to help make the world a better place. We're proud to be members of the Unitarian Universalist Society of Schenectady supporting Safe Passage.
Hi, my name is Mindy Wisenhunt, and we are outside in Niskayuna, New York. I am one of the youth advisors for a social justice trip to Guatemala. We work with an organization there called the Safe Passage, and we have a youth group that goes from the Unitarian Universalist Society of Schenectady. So behind me you can see a lot of enthusiastic youth putting together the books for a book sale that we will be having. Safe Passage is an organization that works with the most vulnerable population in the city of Guatemala, the children and youth who go to this program are the children of the guajeros, or the dump pickers, in Guatemala City. The dump there is the largest landfill in Central America. It's absolutely huge. The work is very hard, it's very dirty, and very dangerous. So Safe Passage, which was started 15 years ago by Hanley Denning, provides educational support, meals, and medical support to these children and their families. So it's a really worthy cause. We've been working with them for 12 years, very happily. They are wonderful. They treat everyone with such dignity. And like I said, we have a really great partnership, and we love the relationships that we've created with the children and youth there.
I'm going to introduce you to some of the youth who are going on the trip. This is Sammy Jo. Hello. This is Liz. Hi. Let's see, who else do we have? This is Leanne. Hello. Ellie. Hi. I've got Julia. Hi. This is Heike. Lisa. Hello. Let's see, come here you. Come here. This is Elizabeth. Right here is Julia. Did I introduce you? Oh, I'm sorry, it's Julia. This is Cece right here. And this is Alice. She's not going with us, but she's helping out. When my youngest was 4, my oldest was 8. And the oldest brought home a weekly reader. And in the weekly reader was a story about children in countries in Africa dying from malaria because they didn't have the few cents that it took, the money, the small amount of money that it took to have mosquito netting over their beds. And so each night they were getting bitten by mosquitoes, and then they were suffering from malaria and dying from it. And my oldest read that story to my youngest, and she was so upset. And she said, "Mom, we have to do something." And I said, "Well, what do you want me to do?" And she goes, "I don't know, but we have to do something." So I started researching. I know there are a lot of really good organizations out there. And I started researching organizations, and I found
Safe Passage. And it really looked good to me, and so I got in touch with them. We started sponsoring a young girl who was the same age as my youngest. And through that, I thought, why not take a bunch of kids from Schenectady and the surrounding area down there to meet the kids and to learn about the program and the project. And we did, and since we've done that, we've donated thousands and thousands of dollars to the organization, and we've also had more people sponsor the children there. And it's just really great to see these children who before, when you asked them what they were going to be when they grew up, they said, I'm going to be a dump picker like my mom or like my dad. Now they say things like, I'm going to be a teacher, or I'm going to be a doctor, or I'm going to be president of Guatemala one day. So we're building children, or we're helping to build children, and I can't think of anything better to do.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and our family has been involved with Safe Passage trips for about 5 years. My daughter was the first one to go, and she's been twice. Her first time back from the trip, she asked two things: one, to go again, and two, to sponsor a child, a little girl that she had met there and become very close. And so we said yes to both. And so for the past 5 years, we've been sponsoring a girl who's now 13 years old. And the last time our organization took a trip there, my daughter got to meet with her again and take her shopping and do fun things, and that was really meaningful for both of them. The girl that we sponsored, Grisela, recognized my daughter right away and was very excited that she came to visit, and so they had a good time and did a lot of things together during the trip, which is very meaningful for these students down there to have an outside contact, someone that cares about them and encourages them on their schoolwork and to get through school and to stick with the program. And so now my son is going, and myself, on this trip, and so hopefully we'll get to meet Grisela and also do things with her. And so now we're here at this book sale, or getting ready for a book sale. We have lots and lots of books ready for sale. And here's my son, Heike. Come on in. This is Heike, and it's his first time going on the trip. And why did you come to us and say you wanted to go on the trip?
I wanted to learn about the culture and meet Grisela. I'm excited. I want to learn about their culture, how they live, just their lifestyle, really, and meet Grisela.
What do you think the best part of the trip will be?
Just going to the school and meeting all the kids.
So some people ask me, how can you go to a country that's so dangerous, and how can you send your kids? My daughter went without an adult for her first two trips, and I just say, they have been doing this trip. Our church has been doing this trip, I think this is like the 12th or 13th trip, somewhere around that number, and also the Safe Passage organization does this every week. Week in, week out for years, and they have it organized so well, and the staff is trained that in the safety of the youth and the safety of their volunteers, that I just felt secure in sending. And anything can happen as you're walking down the street in Niskayuna, so why not go and help and try to do your best.
You'll love it. You'll love a free muffin from the Muffin Man. And here's your chance to get one. A free muffin delivered to you directly in the mail for just showing today's charity that you care. No money or credit cards or purchases necessary. And here's your chance. Simply send a message of support to today's charity and receive a free muffin in return. Log on to themuffinmangives.org. Make today a giving day. Will you join the Muffin Man in giving to others? We look forward to giving a free muffin to you as a thank you.
Are we trying to put these in?
In this order? Yeah, it didn't happen like that. But hopefully they're all written on.
Right. Yes, it's on the inside.
I don't know. And honestly, when they go in cars, it might have to.
Right.
Where did the foreign language books go?
Hi, I'm Julia Blanc, and I organized this book drive to help children in Guatemala, and we were raising money for them. we're going to help teach them English and give money to Safe Passage, which is an organization that helps these children get out of the poor situation that they're in. Well, I know I've grown up in a very privileged life, and I would like to help children that haven't had the same experience as me get these experiences and be able to better their lives like I have had the chance to do. On Saturday, May 20th, from 10 to 3, we're going to have the book drive at the UUSS in Schenectady, and we're really hoping to raise money and awareness to help raise money for Safe Passage and help these children. And they do a lot of different things with the money, from the ability to give them books and teach them English to like giving them materials like toothbrushes to help them, you know, stay hygienic and stuff. So it's a really good cause.
Hi, my name is Cecilia Kane, and I'm a member of the UUSS youth group. Part of what we do is a lot of social action work, so like this service trip to Guatemala that the youth are taking. The youth also do a semi-annual service trip to New Orleans, and we do a lot of, like we march with the Pride Parade, we organize groups to do that, and work with Black Lives Matter and a lot of other just social action things, and that's part of the reason why I'm such a proud member of this community, because that's something that I love to do, and I love to do volunteer work, which is what I do a lot through this church and with my youth.
Many people are afraid to donate, but everything helps. Whether you give $1, $10, $100 or more, like everything helps. So whatever you can give would be really great. You can send checks made out to the UUSS. That's the Unitarian Universalist Society of Schenectady, and you can send them to 1221 Wendell Avenue in Schenectady, New York. Thank you. We actually had a crowdfunding page a while ago, and we were able to raise like over 100% of what our goal was. And so everyone who gave us even a little bit, like really contributed to our cause. So we really hope that people continue to donate, and you can donate directly to Safe Passage, the organization we're working with, at www.safepassage.org. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lori LeBlanc, and I'm the mother of Julia LeBlanc, one of the children going to Safe Passage, or young adults going to Safe Passage. And we hosted the book drive at our house. We've been storing the books and gathering them and collecting them and picking them up for various sites for a couple reasons. One is because I think it's good for them to learn how to do good for others. Two, I don't think that doing good for others always just comes from pulling money out of your pocket. I think good acts are important. I think reaching out to the community and asking for them to give a donation, something that may not cost them, but is of value to them, and then turning around and finding a way to sell that and make some profit for somebody else who needs it is of value. And I think just the skills they learn of organizing, learning how to reach out to their community, learning how to come together to make something positive happen, are all learned in simple tasks like collecting books, sorting books, and selling books. So I think that beyond just what they're going to learn when they go to Guatemala, they're going to learn a lot about having positive roles in their community and having a positive outlook on working with others. What I have to get my daughter to get out of the trip to Guatemala. So a little different history. Julia and I and my son before have been doing book drives for a long time for the Schenectady community. And we give books to Hometown Health for reading. And it's really easy if you grow up here, if you're born here, you grow up here, to become very insular to this small area and not look into the bigger world. So I hope part of what she gets is to look a little bit beyond her own backyard and to learn that there's a lot of people in need, a lot of people of different culture that have the same hopes that she does, grow up, get a good education, make something of themselves in the world, have joy and happiness, but that translates way beyond Schenectady or New York or the U.S. and sort of the bigger picture of the world. That's what I hope she gets.
Hi, I'm Eleanor. I'm looking forward to this trip. I really want to go and work with the kids in Guatemala, and yeah, I'm just really excited to go. What's going to make this trip different is that this time I'm like actively working with people from like a different culture and like getting to experience new things like firsthand. This group is really welcoming, and they're just really nice people, and just it's very accepting of everyone, of like no matter your beliefs, your like your orientations or anything. It's really inclusive, and we do try our best to include everyone with whatever we do.
I'm Leanne Newsome. I went to Guatemala 2014. I really enjoyed learning about the traditions there and the people and the cultures, and I can't wait to go back this year. I'm sponsoring a child who's like 7 years old, and I can't wait to see him this year. The child that I'm sponsoring's name is Luis. He likes to run a lot and play tag. My favorite part that I took from the trip last year was I got to get closer to the people in my youth group, and I got to meet a bunch of Guatemalans and learn about their culture.
I'm Sammy Jill, and I want to go on the trip because I want to get the chance to work with these children who have had a completely different life than mine, and I'm really excited for it.
I'm Elizabeth. I think this trip is a great opportunity to learn about different cultures and to be able to work with kids who have been less privileged than us and to just learn about different people.
Thank you for your support!
Well, welcome back. I'm still trying to bake the muffins. But finally, I think we're finished. I hope you enjoyed our show today. If you would like to make an order or donate muffins to charity, then please go to the website listed below. With every muffin order, we donate muffins to the charity of your choice. I call it giving your dough to charity. I also encourage you to donate directly to the featured charity today by going directly to our website and getting their information. Thank you very much for watching, and keep on dancing through life by giving to others through love. Let me finish baking these muffins, and see you next time.